Now then, people, good evening and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you are all doing well and enjoying the Euros. I hope you've enjoyed the sun today. It's been beaming, hasn't it? Look at this. Look how red this face is, man. Like a strawberry. But listen, I'm here to bring you some exclusive news from a very reliable source concerning Jamie Shackleton at Leeds United and, of course, that new deal that was offered to him at the end of last season just on our retain list and whether or not he is going to sign that deal. Before we get into it, though, please do smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and, of course, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. So, folks, I am led to believe that Jamie Shackleton is set to reject the offer of a new contract offered by Leeds United. It's quite a poignant and sad time, really, because Jamie Shackleton actually stands number 3 in our longest-serving players, having made his debut back on the 11th of August 2018, almost 6 years ago now. Jamie Shackleton is only bettered by Liam Cooper and Patrick Bamford for having been at the club the longest. Of course, was brought through when, he's been an academy product for quite some time now, a steady Eddie, 7 out of 10. Every time he plays, really, be that in centre midfield, on the right wing even last season when we played Birmingham, left back when he came on for Cody Drama after that horror show of a first half, and right back, of course, on a number of occasions. Of course, over the last season, a few injuries have tended to let Jamie down, but it looks like, and I sort of tend to agree with Jamie's decision, if indeed it does end up being confirmed, that he's going to move on to pastures new. Look, the club, apparently, that Jamie Shackleton is going to sign for is Sheffield United. He's going to cross from West down to South Yorkshire and join up with Chris Wilder and the Blades. It'll be interesting to see where he features in their plans, because I'd love to know from Jamie's perspective where he sees himself. I almost feel that he needs to find a home and a position to make his own. Obviously, he originally came through as a midfielder, a Swiss Army knife of a player, if you like, a lot like Stuart Dallas, but not quite at that level. Remember, Stuart Dallas was brought in under Uwe Rosler, was a right winger, and then ended up playing in a number of positions under Bielsa, and met a timely demise, of course, under the American car salesman when he went flying into that challenge and broke his leg, and unfortunately has had to retire. Such a shame. Another thing we get to thank Jesse for, in my opinion. But yeah, Jamie Shackleton's a lot like that, but not quite at the level of Stuart Dallas. And he needs to find a manager, a team for me, that are going to say to him, right, okay, this is your position, and that's where you're going to play. It's all good being versatile. It's very versatile. But if you don't have, like, a position to call your own, you're always going to be used sparingly. You're always going to be used as a second option, if you like. The fact that, Archie Gray ended up seeing all comers. When we talk about the right back position, he's seen off Connor Roberts, he's seen off Sam Byram and Jamie Shackleton. So he's seen Jamie off. You've also got Sam Byram, who, I mean, it's a miracle, really, he played as much as he did. The amount of times Byram played this season was actually more than he played in the last 6 or 7 seasons. I think the last time he played as much football as he did this season was when he last played for Leeds before he made his move, West Ham, Norwich, etc. So the fact that Jamie struggled the past season to find a position to call his own, I think next year at Leeds United it'd be even less of a chance, because in my opinion, yes, the ceiling of the squad won't be as good, because we're going to lose players like Somerville. We're going to lose, the Willie Nontos, etc. But I actually think the squad, in terms of depth and options that Farker will want to use, will be bigger. I think we might have a deeper squad. Okay, the quality might not be the same, but I think we might have a deeper squad. If we go back, for example, that playoff final against Southampton, sorry to bring that up, folks, but we didn't even have a midfielder on the bench, if you like, We didn't have a bench, really, that over the course of the season Daniel Farker really trusted, did we? And Jamie Shackleton falls into that, sometimes not even making the matchday squad as well. We have to take all these factors into play, and of course Jamie would have done the same. And I said when it was announced that he was on the retained list, if I'm his people, I'm saying, look, Jamie, you need to go play football. You're at an age now where you can't bide your time to wait for the next manager who might give you an opportunity. Yes, you're a Leeds United fan. Yes, Yorkshire's your home. Yes, your family also hold this club dear to the hearts, but you need to play. You need to go and play. Now, it's good that really for Jamie's perspective, if the links that will no doubt come out in the next few days are believed to be true, and he does look to go to Sheffield United, that a team that's just dropped out of the Premier League is willing to give this guy a chance. Now, of course, it may be due to the fact that the Blades have financial issues. They've just lost. I think Max Lowe's gone across to their bitterest rivals in Sheff Wednesday, for example, That guy has no shame, by the way. Played for Forest Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, man. He has no shame. So the fact they're losing these players and then they're looking to someone like Jamie as to cover that gap, it's a positive for him. I genuinely felt that Jamie might have had to drop down a division. And, just to get regular minutes and start to rebuild that career. He's still very, very young. One thing I will say for Jamie, like I said, he's always give 100% for Leeds United in whatever position he's played in. He's the winner of the bleep test year after year, etc. But, it looks like his time's come to an end. Not from the club side of things, because they offered him a deal. But Sheffield United are probably going to guarantee him more game time. They may be even offering him a better contract, etc., with maybe an even longer contract length, So I have no problems with Jamie Shackleton moving to the south of Yorkshire, if indeed that proves to be the case. But he goes with my blessing. I don't think any Leeds fans would be annoyed at that fact. It'll be interesting now as well to see what happens with Liam Cooper, because you also have to throw that into the mix, people. What's going to happen with Liam? Because, again, it's going to be a similar sort of situation. Liam Cooper's probably not going to get minutes, nowhere near as much as he got last season. So if he has offers on the table, which I undoubtedly think he will, then he may want to exercise that as well. So the club will probably be disappointed, because it means they're then going to have to go and get another player, right? You're going to have to go and get another player and plug that gap that Jamie gave, because he did play last season. We have to remember this. Okay, it wasn't massive amounts, but he featured 11 times, starting 7 games. So, again, you need someone who's going to be able to give you what he gave us. Okay, some people might not be enamoured by his credentials or the way that he plays the game, etc. But ultimately, it's going to be a plug that, a gap that needs plugging. So now, do we need to then enter the free market for looking for someone who can do a similar job to what Jamie can, potentially? I know a few people might be happy and say, do you know what, we need to progress, because if we talk about those that have been here the longest, if I was to, survey a number of my subscribers, Leeds fans, them 3 players at the top of the list would be out of the door, in a lot of people's opinions. Cooper most, then Bamford, then Shackleton. They'd say, yeah, it's time to move on. We need these to go. So a lot of people might actually be happy with the situation. It leaves a bit of taste in my mouth, because when Jamie came through, much like Robbie Gotts, a lot of them under Bielsa, you were thinking, okay, this is the next generation that's about to come up, and it just hasn't worked out for him at Leeds United, unfortunately for him and for the club as well, because it's important to have people that understand and come through. If I'm talking about it the other day, if I think back to some of my favourite Leeds players, they've all come from the city. They've all come from that, because as a passion merchant, I love that sort of stuff. So Jamie would have definitely fallen into that. But as I say, it hasn't really worked out for him. It didn't work out for him at Millwall last season, sparing minutes, number of positions. Now he gets an opportunity to find a manager who clearly believes in him, wants to give him some game time, maybe even give him a preferred position. And I wish him luck. Now, of course, this is all, it's not confirmed or anything yet, but the source that I've heard it from, I believe that this will start to come out in the next few days or so. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe he'll U-turn, and I'll look like an idiot. But yeah, I think it's probably best if he doesn't, and maybe does accept a deal. If not even at Sheffield United, somewhere else, to go and get game time, because he deserves that at his age, for sure. But let me know your thoughts on the comments. Are you shocked that Jamie has decided to go elsewhere, or do you think it's right for his development? I think we'd all agree it's right for his development, but let me know in the chat. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.